To all our Sports Today family members. And yes, it is the aftermath of the first game between Gujarat Titans and Chennai Super Kings in IPL 2023. It was a grand start to this edition of the tournament. Remember, after 5 years, ever since 2019, you're going to see home and away. And that is the main reason why this tournament is giving you a lot of old school and good feelings. The vibes are back because post COVID, you're now going to see packed stadiums. You're going to see a grand opening ceremony and potentially a closing ceremony. And you're also going to see plenty of action in all the venues that have been designated for. But we start this edition of the Morning Grab with the opening ceremony of the IPL. Now you're going to tell me the opening ceremony happened. Why you're talking about it now? Because there is one photo on social media that is going very viral. That photo is on Arijit Singh and MS Dhoni. Why is that? During Arijit Singh's live performance, when that was happening for close to 45 minutes, one camera angle showed MS Dhoni in the dugout in his zone appreciating Arijit Singh's music. On the other hand, when Dhoni was taken around the Narendra Modi Stadium in the Chennai Super Kings float, at that time when he came out and he came onto the stage also, there was a moment which went viral. That moment was Arijit Singh touching MS Dhoni's feet. The humility, the respect, and the love that many people have for MS Dhoni, it was shown in that particular video itself, in that particular shot. Arijit Singh, in his entire singer Baba avatar, he just bent down and touched MS Dhoni's feet. And that is the main reason why this IPL tournament is going to be very special. Because MS Dhoni, whatever he did, the cameras were totally focused on him. And remember, the biggest noise in the stadium came not when Rituraj Gaikwad was hitting the ball all over the park. It was when MS Dhoni hit that vintage six in the last over, bowled by Joshua Little. The stadium erupted with joy when MS Dhoni hit that six. And remember, he's now only 11 runs away from 5,000 IPL runs. That is a big achievement indeed if MS Dhoni can get there. So it was all MS Dhoni and Arijit Singh and the bonhomie that they shared on the screen. It was a great moment, and the fans that were there, a near sold out Narendra Modi Stadium for the first game, it was a treat to watch indeed. As far as the match is concerned, we know that Rituraj Gaikwad's epic 92 continued his love affair at the Narendra Modi Stadium. Remember, he had 3 consecutive centuries when the Vijay Hazare matches were played in Ahmedabad. Now with 92, but that was undone by Shubman Gill's 63 and cameos from, you may say, Vijay Shankar. He held his own 27 or 21. Rashid Khan laid the foundation. Ridhiman Saha also batted brilliantly at the top to ensure that Gujarat Titans made it 3-0 versus the Chennai Super Kings. Now, is this the first time that Chennai Super Kings have lost 3 consecutive games to one opponent? No. Rajasthan Royals had achieved this in 2008 when they defeated the Chennai Super Kings in all 3 games. Now, Gujarat Titans have done it for the second time. They won both the games in 2022. They have now won it in 2023. So it's Hardik Pandya 3, MS Dhoni 0. So in the post-match press conference, a lot was asked from Stephen Fleming, who attended the Chennai Super Kings press conference, and Hardik Pandya, the captain of Gujarat Titans, who came for the press conference. Now let us come to Stephen Fleming's part. There was a question asked on why didn't they bowl Moeen Ali? Because it was very evident. Neither Ben Stokes, neither Moeen Ali bowled. Stephen Fleming had an answer for both. And by the way, April 1, a very happy birthday to Stephen Fleming, the New Zealand cricketer and Chennai Super Kings coach. I mean, he now turns 50. A very golden happy birthday to Stephen Fleming. So Stephen Fleming had 2 interesting bits about Ben Stokes. We all know that Ben Stokes is carrying a knee injury, and that is why he will not be bowling much in IPL 2023. On Ben Stokes' knee injury, Stephen Fleming had this update. He said, his knee injury is progressing much better. We are happy with the progress that has been done. Before the New Zealand, after the New Zealand tests ended, and before the IPL, he had some time. He had some medical help on that knee. It is progressing much better, and pretty soon he may be back to full tilt sooner than expected. So that is one major update that he has given about Ben Stokes. Now, Moeen Ali, once again, the left hand right hand combination has ensured that maybe somewhere down the line Chennai Super Kings probably messed up, because he said the left hand right hand thing, because there were a lot of right handers in the Gujarat Titans lineup. That's why they felt it was not better to bowl Moeen Ali at this point in time. The absence of left handers primarily at the top of the order meant that they could not afford to bowl Moeen Ali, but at the same time, Stephen Fleming said that we are happy with the left armers that we had. We were happy with Mitchell Santner. We were happy with Ravindra Jadeja, and that is why they persisted with them. Now he praised on Rajvardhan Hungrekar, because Hungergekar, he was playing his first ever game for Chennai Super Kings in IPL 2023. It was his first ever game ever. Took 3 wickets, bowled well in the 19th over. But Hungergekar, Stephen Fleming had said that we are very happy with Hungergekar because he had done very well in the domestic first class system that was there. So Hungergekar's domestic show overall meant that he had to get the game, and he impressed, and he's only going to get better with time. Now, there was a slight moment when Deepak Chahar was bowling. When there was a leg bye conceded, MS Dhoni died, he clutched his knee. There were worries whether MS Dhoni is injured, whether he's not going to play in the IPL anymore. But Stephen Fleming has dispelled all that. He said there was a bit of cramp. It was not related to the injury at all. He is totally fine. So MS Dhoni will play a big role in IPL 2023. Although they may have gotten off to a bad start, there are still some problem areas for Chennai Super Kings when it comes to the batting, when it comes to the bowling. Now, Hardik Pandya. We all know that Hardik Pandya is a very, very mature captain. He tells things as it is. He said that my shot and Shubman Gill's shot put pressure on the lower order, and that is something that we want to avoid. So he did not shy away from the criticism of himself and his top scorer Shubman Gill. Because when Shubman Gill was on 63 and he was batting like a dream, Gujarat Titans were actually cruising. But when he got out, the pressure came back on the Gujarat Titans. And that is why it is a very, very significant thing that Hardik Pandya had said. But Hardik Pandya had one very good advice for the bowlers. He said, get hit with a smile. Because if you have been hit, you cannot do anything about it. You have to move on. Smile and move on. This is the one mantra that he has really, really adopted. And it shows Hardik Pandya's maturity as a skipper. He said that, don't worry about it. I will back the bowlers only if I know the plans that they are executing well. If I know the plans that they're executing, I will back them to the hilt. And if you get hit, no problem. Just go ahead with a smile and carry on. That is what Hardik Pandya had to say in his press conference. So it was a very, very good feeling press conference that Hardik Pandya gave. And the defending champions have made a great start when you have to look at it to their title defense. Remember, only 2 teams in the history of the IPL have managed to defend their trophies. One is Chennai Super Kings, who did it in 2010 and 2011. It was Mumbai Indians in 2019 and 2020 that did it. And now Gujarat Titans will be hoping to become the 3rd team to ever win back-to-back IPL titles. So that is the way this match has panned out. Today there is a big, big doubleheader. The first doubleheader of IPL 2023. Punjab Kings versus Kolkata Knight Riders, and you're going to see Delhi Capitals versus the Lucknow Super Giants. Now about Kolkata Knight Riders, it is going to be an acid test for new skipper Nitish Rana. Yes, Nitish Rana is going to captain Kolkata Knight Riders, and it's going to be a very, very interesting thing as to how he motivates his players. Remember, if you have to look at it, Kolkata Knight Riders, they tried to practice yesterday, but they could not do it because of the inclement weather, and that's why their entire practice session was cancelled. Some of the players did their training in the indoor facilities that were there. On the other hand, Punjab Kings, remember, even they too will be hoping to shed that jinx and try to reach the knockout stages for the first time after a very, very long time. Because remember, Punjab Kings, after that high of 2014, they have always had a plateau when it comes to the IPL. So that's going to be a very, very interesting match. The first match, Punjab Kings versus Kolkata Knight Riders. That is going to be a big, big game. It may set the tone for both the teams in this competition. Then the second game, Delhi Capitals versus Lucknow Super Giants. And Delhi Capitals, remember, are going to be led by David Warner. Rishabh Pant's absence will be really, really felt. And you remember that Rishabh Pant's replacement was Abhishek Porel. And that is the reason why it is going to be a big, big game for Delhi Capitals. David Warner's captaincy, a little bit, if you look at it, their options are slightly weak when it comes to depth. Remember, no South African and Sri Lankan players are going to join their franchisees before April 5 or April 8th. Remember, South Africa's ODI series ends on April 2. So if they leave on April 3, they may join on April 4th also. But for the Sri Lankan players, nothing can be done until 8th because they have a 3-match T20I series against New Zealand. Why didn't the Sri Lankan players come early from that series? It remains to be seen. Because in a T20, in an ODI World Cup, we are playing the 3 T20Is. Actually doesn't make sense. So that is the way we are looking at it. Now from cricket, let us shift our attention to other sports. F1 is starting in Australia. It's a comeback to Australia after a lull of 2 to 3 years. Qualifying is going to happen today, and one hopes that the Red Bull monopoly can be broken. It is Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen who are going to really, really dominate. But we hope that the pair of Charles Leclerc or Lewis Hamilton, they can ensure that they can break the Red Bull monopoly. Because remember, it's been 1-2 in both the races that have happened so far in 2023. Can it happen 3 times in a row? Can a hat trick be achieved? Wait and watch. The qualifying session is underway at this point in time in F1 in Australia, in Melbourne. There's also some more interesting news when it comes to badminton. PV Sindhu is going to be in action in the women's semi-final. And we may see a potential showdown with Carolina Marin, because Marin has been in good form in the Madrid Open, and playing in front of her home fans is an additional motivation for Carolina Marin. So we are heading towards a Sindhu versus Marin showdown in the Madrid Masters. So the Spanish 300 Masters is going to be something which is going to be an important, important tournament. Let's see how PV Sindhu fares up, because she's the only Indian in the fray. The rest of the Indians, Kidambi Srikanth unfortunately got knocked out. Satvik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty, they unfortunately suffered an injury, and that is why they are also out. There is also Premier League football that is coming back after a very, very long time. Now, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is an eternity when it comes to the world of sports. So Premier League action is back, and as well as that, Bundesliga is also back. A very, very tough Bundesliga this time. It's going to be Dortmund versus Bayern Munich. That's their version of the German El Clasico. That's what we are seeing. So Rahul Bide, Formula 2 race updates. Formula 1, you mean? Formula 1 at this point in time. Yeah, Formula 2 is also going to happen, but it's not started yet. We'll come to that when that happens. So that is the situation we have. Formula 1, the qualifying session is going on. F2, we will come to those updates later on when that happens. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on Sports Today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. Join us at 2:45 p.m. for the IPL 2023 build-up, Kolkata Knight Riders versus Punjab Kings. And don't forget, we have a whole host of other videos talking about who's going to win the purple cap, who's going to win the orange cap, who are the top 4 teams, who will be the young player to watch out for, who will be the flop player to watch out for. You don't want to miss all that from Sports Today. So tap that bell icon so you know when we upload a video or when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wanna come see you at 2:45 p.m. IST. Bye-bye.